Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, and today is Monday, March 2nd, March 2nd, 2015. It's my birthday. I'm 39 for the 10th time. So anyway, happy birthday to me, and thanks to everybody who has sent me birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. So this is my, I don't know, I get so distracted by my hair in this video. Look at all this little baby hair. Okay, anyway. Today's week 45, post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I started the process at Kaiser in Southern California in January of 2014. At that time, I weighed 402 pounds. I had surgery on April 14th, 2014, and I weighed 360.6 pounds. Last week, I weighed 226 pounds, and this week, I weighed 224.6. So that's a 1.4 pound loss since last week, 136 pounds lost since surgery, and 177.4 pounds lost since January of 2014. Yay! I had set my last goal. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone because I forgot something important that was needed for my son's financial aid paperwork, and the deadline is today, and he's supposed to be taking it by a school office, and he just went by and said they were closed, so I'm waiting for an update. But anyway, I had set my last goal. I set after Obesity Help Conference. I can't remember how much I weighed at the time, probably like 260. And I had set the goal of getting to 220 by my birthday. Didn't quite make it, but got pretty close. And I was thinking today, if I hadn't had that one bad month where I only lost 4.8 pounds, I know I keep harping on it, but I would have hit it if I would have lost my typical amount that month. So anyway, but it's close. So I'm setting my next goal, which is, I can't even believe that I'm setting a goal of Wonderland, 199 pounds, and all my stuff is kind of close together. So, you know, Wonderland, of course. Then 200 pounds loss will be when I weigh 202 pounds. And having lost half of my body weight will be at 201 pounds. So I think I have to think of something big to do for that. But anyway, I set that goal for June 2nd. It's like 24 pounds. I figure that's 8 pounds a month. That should, I don't know. If I stay on track, I should be able to do that. So that's what I'm aiming for. I'm happy about that. And because it is my first video of a new month, I wanted to show you my little workout sheet. And I ended February at 31 workouts. I should have gotten 32, but I did my 32nd one today. So I'm pretty on track for getting 200 workouts by the end of the year. I think it's 16 point something a month to end at 200. So that's awesome. Okay, I'm going to try. I have a lot to say today, and I'm going to try to keep it from being like an hour-long video. One, because it has been the weirdest day here today. Not only is it my birthday, which is a little distracting, but it was like hailing this morning. If you Google Huntington Beach and hail or ice today, you will see that the beach, right? The beach was covered with hail. It looks like it was snowing. I have never, in the 25 years that I've lived here, never in Southern California have I ever seen anything like that. So that was really weird. And now it's like bright and sunny, 70 degrees outside. It's been a very bizarre day, and I haven't really wanted to work today, but I have a lot of work to do. So anyway, see, I'm just babbling. But anyway, what do I want to talk about? So last week, I did a blog on Am I Worthy? And Bettie Lou Hoo posted a blog today that I'll put a link to below, where she, of course, because she always does, kind of gets to what I was trying to say in a much more eloquent manner. So if you want to read that, go for it. But something I was thinking about, because we're reading for the weight loss surgery book group, this book, Gifts of Imperfection, which kind of had started me thinking about that to begin with. What I've finally realized this week, that probably the reason I feel more worthy now than I did 200 pounds ago, even though I personally don't think people who are overweight are any less worthy, so why should I think that about myself? But that's a whole other complicated thing. But is because so much of my shame in my life was bound up around my weight. This didn't come to me until this week. I went out to dinner and to a show with my ex-boyfriend. who, if he's watching this, I hope you don't mind me saying this, I'm not identifying you. But he's historically had issues with his dad. And I was telling him how, and I made a video about this back in November, how when I went on a trip with my dad this year, it was really amazing to me that there was no stress, there was no angst, and it was about me. I had always thought much of the problems in our relationship were about my dad. But what I realized is I wasn't carrying all the shame I had had in the past about being overweight and not living up to his expectations, which I don't know what his expectations were in relation to my weight, because he's always struggled with his weight, but it was an area in which I always felt just so much shame around. And so my ex-boyfriend and I started talking about shame, and his shame is in a different area. And I realized, I'm really fortunate that through therapy for like 6 years, I had worked through a lot of my shame in other areas. So when I first went to therapy, I was like, I didn't think I was a good mom. I didn't think I was a good daughter. I didn't think I was a good worker, a good friend, or whatever. And over the years, I've come to realize that that was just a bunch of bullshit that I was telling myself, and I actually am pretty good at all those things. Not perfect, but I think I've done pretty well with those things. So I've kind of worked through that already, and my last kind of remaining shame in my life was around my weight. And so I think one of the reasons that I'm feeling much more worthy is because I'm being able, with every pound that goes away, I'm able to release some of that shame and what goes along with it. So anyway, just thought I would, oh wait, what do my notes say? Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting. If anybody, this book, and I think she did another one that's also about shame. It's really interesting if you want to pick it up. Again, it's called Gifts of Imperfection. Okay, so let's talk about dating a little bit. I had gone on a couple of, paid to sign up on a couple of dating websites, and was not, I don't know, I just wasn't into it. I don't like the whole winking thing. I don't like how long it takes to actually get a conversation going with someone. I just don't like the process. And so I had canceled my membership for whenever the 3 months or whatever I paid for is over, and hadn't been looking at it. Well, when I went out with my ex-boyfriend the other night, I just realized how much I enjoy the company of men. And it's like, okay, you need to shit or get off the pot. Let's do something. So what I decided to do, and I know some people are going to think this is crazy, and it may well be, but I used a fake email address and blah, 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 was I put an ad on Craigslist. And I put a very detailed and honest ad about where I was in my life, what I look like, what I was looking for. And I got a couple of wacky responses, but I actually got, quite a few really thoughtful responses from people. And I actually feel like, maybe, I haven't met anybody on a dating website in a really long time, because it's never gotten to that point where I thought anybody was interesting enough. But I actually think I will meet some of these people. But so what was weird about this was, one, that I got so many thoughtful responses from Craigslist, which generally I think of as a place that people just go to hook up for sex. But what do I know? I never put an ad on Craigslist before. But here's what was interesting. In my ad, I didn't put a picture, because I didn't want anybody to recognize me in case whatever. But I said, respond to the ad with your picture and I'll send you my picture. And I said that I was a size 14 and that I wasn't thin, and that I had lost a lot of weight. I'd had a baby. I was just kind of being honest about where I was. So first of all, it's really the first time I wasn't totally describing myself as a BBW and going at something aimed at attracting men who are attracted to bigger women. So that felt a little bit weird. But then what felt even stranger was after, I got a few responses. I chose a couple that I wanted to reply back to, and I sent a couple of pictures, of my face and a full length, because I want to be totally upfront and honest. And maybe because I said I was a size 14, which is plus size, maybe the people who were responding were people who are attracted to bigger women. But I guess I was just sort of blown away by people's responses of how attractive they thought I was and how they wanted to, you know, continue the conversation, whatever. Get together for coffee, whatever. I don't know. That just felt really weird to not be in a BBW situation and necessarily and have people saying that. Because in that community, people have, you know, said I was attractive. And I mean, I think I'm fine. But I don't know. It was just really weird. And a little, I have to say, a little bit scary for me. And it made me kind of look at myself in the mirror a lot. My son had a party for his girlfriend here, a birthday party for his girlfriend at our house this weekend. So I actually got a hotel on Priceline because I didn't want to, he didn't want me here, I didn't want to be here, and I didn't want to worry about when I could come home and blah, 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 blah. So I got a hotel on Craigslist and went out with some friends beforehand and went back there. And so I'm in this room that has all these mirrors. And I'm looking at myself, and I hear people talk about it in videos all the time, but it's like, who is that? Who is that person there who has, like this? Yeah, who's that? Who has that? I haven't had those since I was like 24. Collarbones. I looked at my legs and for the first time thought, wow, you know, my stepdaughter had said the other day when we were leaving the gym, she's like, oh, your legs are way thinner than mine are, which still don't think is true, but it's like, wow, I looked at my legs and it's like, wow, they are, you know, not that big. I don't know. I guess I just finally had that time in the mirror where I'm looking at myself thinking, who the hell is that? And because I put a lot more care into my appearance than I did when I was 400 pounds, it's just like, I don't know, it's like a different person. It's so amazing. My life is so different than it was a year ago today. I was on the way a year ago today, and I had probably lost like 20 pounds, 15 or 20 pounds. I had started the process, but I don't know, everything's different. I posted this on Facebook, but one of the things I did last week, this is really kind of out of my comfort zone, is my son was part of the teen troupe at Second City in Hollywood for his whole, I mean, from the time he was 13 till he was 18 when he aged out of it. And I still get the emails that say what their classes are. And they were offering a class there. It's not exactly improv. It's a little different. It's more about exploring your creativity. And I signed up to take that class for 12 weeks to drive to LA on a Wednesday with people I don't know. I'm really excited about it, but I'm doing so many things that are out of my comfort zone. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, I don't know what my point was all that. My point was with all that, life is good. Anyway, real quick. Oh, WLS Trainer, we posted a new video this week with core and squat exercises. I'm going to post, I think we're going to film on Wednesday, our challenges for March. If people want to participate in those challenges, we're going to have a beginner challenge and a intermediate challenge. Everybody who participates and completes the challenge and posts a video or a photo or something on Facebook, I'll put in a drawing for each of the challenges and do a $25 Amazon gift card, so watch for that. I wanted to thank everybody who watches my videos and who comments on them. You know, it seems like every time I share something that makes me feel a little vulnerable, I hear back from someone who says, oh, I feel exactly that same way. And it's usually about stuff that I really do think is unique to me. So I really appreciate you guys sharing your experience with me. Those of you who don't even make videos, I just really value and appreciate that. I went out to lunch yesterday with somebody from my in-person weight loss group, and I was telling her that I thought that really the single biggest factor in the success I've had with this journey so far has been the YouTube community, both making videos and being accountable and watching other people's videos and communicating and having so much support. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I'm going to do my shout outs really quickly. Let's see. Last week I missed CC VSG, who had her surgery. So congratulations. I think she's probably almost a week post-op now. Also, Gretchen, I don't know how she says this, Gretchen G-I-S-me VSG had her surgery, as did Amy Weight Loss Queen. So congratulations, you guys. Your whole life is going to change. And then I also wanted to say happy birthday to my birthday buddies. Okie Allie VSG, her birthday is today, and the beautiful, lovely, kind, fabulous Gastric Rose's birthday is tomorrow. So I'm just thrilled to be in the close range with her and her sister Connie on our birthdays. So you guys have a great week. I will see you next week. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.